tonight, we have some FIBA group play for you. It should be a good one. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We've got Puerto Rico taking on USA. Taking a look at USA, this is their first group stage game. It is vital they win this one.
Yeah, in this format, only 2 group games. You're immediately under pressure. I like that about this FIBA tournament.
And then when you talk about Puerto Rico, they lost their first group stage contest. They need to win tonight.
Yeah, it's simple. They lose, they are out. So tonight is about playing with passion for your country. They have to be locked in tonight.
When you watch one of these FIBA games, they move so fast.
You really notice there are fewer timeouts, too. I mean, these international games usually have a great flow, and it makes them fun to watch.
Down low. Cordero, no good. Pass to Edwards. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
All right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
Here's Morales. Over Curry. No good again that time.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Here's Rodriguez. Knocks down the triple.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Curry. And Curry throws it down.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Here's Morales. He's covered by Curry. To the left wing. Pass to Morales. Puerto Rico passing it around. Puts up a 3. You know, one major difference in international play, FIBA rules allow basically any type of zone defense.
Yeah, there's no defensive 3 seconds. You can park a big man near the rim, and that can really change how you approach things on offense.
Here's Morales. He's covered by Curry. Here's the floater. The rebound by Allen. USA leading by 10. And here's Flag outside. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Pass to Morales. And there's a pick. To the middle. Here's Ramirez. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. And here's Curry for 3. Offensive rebound. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Lets it go from 11. Morales can't hit. And here's USA. They're on an 18-5 run. Pass to Allen. The kick to Tatum. The 3 from Curry. Sends it home from three-point land. Curry's got 8.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates.
And there's the screen. Here's Cordero. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Out of bounds, it'll be Puerto Rico's ball.
Puerto Rico ball.
USA making a switch here. Carter's checked in. And here's Puerto Rico now. They trail by 16. Pass to Rodriguez. Inside. Knocks it loose. Here's Ramirez. Rodriguez, the pass to Morales. And he drops it in from the low post. Well, Puerto Rico isn't considered a basketball powerhouse, but they've always been competitive.
Well, you can count on them to play hard-nosed, gritty basketball. That's how they were able to upset Team USA at the 2004 games, a team that featured LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Tim Duncan.
Puerto Rico trails by 16. Pass to Ramirez. To the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. 10 points for him.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
Pass to Ramirez. To the paint. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
The kick out, Curry. Pass to Allen. Outside Carter, from outside the arc, and he buries his first look.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Here's Cordero. Allen defending. Pass to Strother. Here's Morales. Here's Cordero. Allen defending. 5 to shoot. Puerto Rico passing it around. Pulls it. And it's Ramirez missing. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for USA. They lead by 17. The offensive rebound. Outside Curry. Second chance effort. And it's USA with another. In Puerto Rico, basketball may not be as big as baseball, but it's quickly gaining fans.
Yeah, the popularity of the sport is surging, especially among the younger demographics, partly due to the success of Puerto Rican players in the NBA and because of the growth of their own professional league.
Here's Morales. That three's off the mark. USA leading by 19. Carter, the pass to Edwards. From downtown. The shot off that time. To the middle. Here's Rodriguez. And that one is stuffed right through.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Outside Carter. The three is up. Fires in the triple. Carter's got 6.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Morales. Beyond the arc. Rebound USA. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Carter, the pass to Curry. Offensive rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Flag. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. There's a minute 40 left in the first quarter. Here's Rodriguez. He's He's got 5. Pass to Morales. The 3. The rebound by Carter.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Edwards looking for an opening. A minute 6 left in the first quarter here. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest. Edwards has gotten about everything to drop, shooting 6 of 7. Pass to Cordero. Here's Strother, guarded by Edwards. Here's Cordero. Here's Strother.
USA foul. Flag.
And Puerto Rico going with a whole new group out there.
Team foul. Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
35 seconds left in the first quarter here. Alvarado, left side. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. And once again, off the mark by Puerto Rico. And so here's USA. Outside Edwards. And here's Shepard for 3. We're at the end of the first, and what a blowout already in this one. USA out in front, just dominating this one. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And the second quarter getting started here in the group play portion of the FIBA tournament. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for USA.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Pass to Alvarado. Here's Arroyo. Alvarado, left side. Here's Arroyo. He's checked by Carter. It's stolen by Irving. Finished off the break. Carter's for USA.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Puerto Rico passing it around. Back to Alvarado. Pass to Arroyo. Down low. Inside. Here's Gonzalez. Guarded by Banchero. Great D that time from Banchero. Here's Shepard. Outside Irving. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Shepard. Now here's Irving. And it's USA with another.
Don't blink or you'll wonder what Kyrie did with the ball.
Here's Arroyo. No points yet. Right wing. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Jason Tatum. He's checked in for Irving.
Substitution for USA. Number 7, Jason Tatum.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Rivera. To the wing on the left. Here's Arroyo, hounded by Tatum. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Man, good whistle there.
Puerto Rico shooting their first free throws of the game now. The first free throw is good.
2 shots. Substitution on the court.
He does not get the second one. And here's Shepard for 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, this is Shepard's shot. The defense can't afford to give him this much separation.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Rodriguez, the pass to Morales. Pass to Arroyo. And the layup is good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
On the wing, Tatum. Back to Carter. And here's Edwards. It's stolen. Here's Rodriguez. 5 points in the game. Alvarado, the pass to Morales. Oh, Carter with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carter. Flags checked in for USA. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Outside Tatum. Pass to Edwards. The three is up. Arroyo grabs a miss. Here's Morales. Here's Rodriguez. To the inside. Here's Arroyo. And that one is hammered home.
And B.A., if you let him, he will do damage.
No resistance, you pay.
Yeah, look, never tempt a guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
USA making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Here's Rodriguez. He's got 5. Morales passes to Ramirez. Drops in the 3. Ramirez has got 9 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's flag. Tatum from long range. Outside for Irving. USA with the ball movement. And here's Edwards outside. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Here's Rodriguez. Pass to Morales. Lets it go from deep. Edwards pulls it in.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Irving, no good. Here's Puerto Rico. Out to the right wing. Here's Morales. Pass to Cordero. Over to the wing. Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen by Irving. Here's flag. Left side Tatum. Now here's Edwards. Cordero pulls it in.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Pass to Morales. Here's Arroyo. He's got 5. Here's Ramirez, guarded by Edwards. Here's Morales. Here's Arroyo. And it's flagged with a rebound. And it's USA on the break. Here's Tatum. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Tatum's got his second basket on the night.
Woo-hoo, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Here's Morales. Pass to Rodriguez. Morales. They set a pick to the middle. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Here's Morales. Pass to Cordero. Here's Arroyo. To the paint. Can they get it? And Cordero gets it to go.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside Irving. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
In the interior, Kyrie is money. He has the touch to just drop it in with ease.
Here's Morales. Pass to Cordero. Here's Arroyo. And it's Flag with a rebound. Flag's got 4 rebounds in the game. Now here's Irving. Tatum with a screen. The shot. Irving, no good.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Rodriguez, the pass to Morales. Here's Rodriguez, guarded by Edwards. Pass to Morales. Three-pointer. Pure from three-point range. Morales has got 5.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Inside, here's Flag. And he slams it in one-handed.
Yeah, great play from Edwards off the pick and roll. Moving the ball around and get another guy a shot.
Pass to Morales. Here's Rodriguez.
2 minutes.
Launches a 3. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he's good on the first of 3. So for USA, Allen, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Curry in for Shepherd. Strawther's checked in for Puerto Rico. And he nails the third. 1:56 left in the first half of basketball. Curry with it. He's got 10. And here's Edwards outside. Cordero pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Ramirez. Here's Rodriguez. He's got 5. Here's Morales. They set the pick. Got a piece of it. There's a minute 12 left in the first half of this game. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Now Tatum. Pass to Edwards. Allen inside. Here's Flag. From behind the arc. Ramirez with a rebound. Here's Morales. He's covered by Curry. Here's Morales. He has 7. Down low. Here's Ramirez. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And so it's USA with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points. Looking good. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly. Welcome back to the second half of this FIBA tournament group play game here on 2K Sports. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And here's Curry. Pass to Flag. Back to Curry. And he's going for the lob. And it's Allen who slams it home.
No stopping Allen there. His length makes the play almost too easy.
Here's Morales. He's covered by Curry. Here's Cordero. Here's Flag on the wing. Curry. Pass to Edwards. Back to Curry. Shot from the wing. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Rodriguez. Pass to Morales. They set the screen. And there's Puerto Rico with another bucket.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. USA shooting their first free throw of the night. And that one falls for Tatum.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Here's Morales. 9 points in the game. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Who poked away? Pass to Flag. He goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Ramirez. Pass to Morales. Puerto Rico passing it around. Here's Strother, guarded by Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. A shot from the mid-range. Rebound USA. Outside Tatum. Pass to Curry. There's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
First team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Rodriguez. Here's Cordero. Here's Strother. They still need this. Lays it up and banks it in. Strother's got his first points of the night.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Here's Curry. Got a hand on it. Here's Morales. 9 points in the game. Pass to Cordero. Over to the left wing. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Now here's Curry. He's got 15. Right side Edwards. Back to Curry. Curry draws the double. There's Tatum with the three. And here's Flag outside. Again, the miss by USA. And here's Puerto Rico now. Here's Strother. Pass to Morales. Here's Cordero. Here's Flag. 11 points in the game. Here's Edwards. Chops one in from the wings. Edwards got 19 points. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for USA?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Cordero. Rebound USA. The three from Curry. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Morales. 9 points in the game. Pass to Ramirez. Here's Morales. To the left side wing. To the inside. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Tatum passes to Curry. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Here's Strother, guarded by Edwards. Pass to Morales. Here's Strother. Here's Morales. He's covered by Curry. Here's Morales. Shot clock at 6. Here's Strother. Rebound USA. Allen's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And he lobs it up. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. To the right side. Pass to Cordero. Here's Strother. Here's Morales. He's covered by Curry. He shoots. Morales can't hit.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Here's Flag. He's got 11 with the drive. Outside Edwards. Out of bounds, it'll be Puerto Rico's ball.
Puerto Rico ball.
And USA going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Strother. Pass to Ramirez. Inside to snap the cold streak. And he dunks it down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Irving, the pass to Banchero. USA with the ball movement. And the dunk by Duran.
A physical play by Duran at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Morales passes to Alvarado.
USA foul. Reed Shepard. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Puerto Puerto Rico substitution. Gonzalez. Jose Alvarado.
Alvarado with it. He's scoreless. Here's Strother. Pass to Arroyo.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's the pick. A minute 53 left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Strother. And there's Puerto Rico with another bucket. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Outside Carter from deep three-point land. Offensive board. Lets the three fly. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
They are uncautious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Strother. He's guarded by Irving. Here's the break. Here's Carter. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Pass to Shepard. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shepard's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Here's Gonzalez. Alvarado outside. Pass to Gonzalez. Now Alvarado. Here's Arroyo. Here's Gonzalez. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's USA showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this. Welcome back, folks, for our 4th and final quarter of FIBA group play coverage. Here's Puerto Rico. To the wing, right side. Back to Alvarado. Pass to Alvarado. There's a screen. Alvarado outside. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Buries it from 3.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Arroyo. Pass to Rodriguez. Alvarado outside. Stripped it away. Caro outside. Three-pointer off the mark.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Arroyo. He's checked by Carter. Alvarado outside. Fires the 3. And it's Alvarado missing. And so here's USA. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Here's Arroyo. To the paint. From 6 feet away. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Nice pass inside. Making things easy for him there.
Carter on the wing. Pass to Shepard. Outside Irving. Carter from outside. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Puerto Rico passed it around. Here's Arroyo. He's checked by Carter. Pass to Arroyo. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Alvarado, the pass to Gonzalez. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Alvarado outside to the middle. Here's Arroyo. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Now here's Alvarado. He's guarded by Irving. Pass to Shepard. Now Davis. Off the mark there with a 3. Alvarado outside. Here's Arroyo. Out left to the wing. Now Alvarado. 4-3. Davis with a rebound. Banchero the screen. Davis finds Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
That's too easy for Banchero. The closer to the basket he gets, he becomes almost impossible to stop.
Down low. Here's Rodriguez. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Pass to Davis. He drops it from range. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And so it's Banchero who brings it up for USA. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Here's Shepard. Back to Carter. Pass to Shepard. And here's Davis. And here's Banchero. Alvarado defending. And here's Shepard for 3. Sinks the tray.
If you're looking for the game's next great shooter, keep an eye on Shepard. This kid is special.
Here's Rodriguez. Alvarado outside. Here's Arroyo. Stolen! And it's USA on the break. An open look for Irving. And it's USA with another.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Alvarado outside. To halt the run. And the layup is good.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Pass to Carter. Now Davis. Here's Shepard. Here's Carter. And it's USA with another.
And Shepard is an unselfish guard. He's fantastic at moving the ball and setting up his teammates.
Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Arroyo. He's checked by Carter. Here's Rodriguez. Right wing. Now here's Alvarado. The 3 ball. Arroyo, no good. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
How about Banchero's vision? Keeps his eyes up and makes the extra pass.
So Puerto Rico going with almost an entire new group here. Here's Strother. Pass to Morales. There's a screen to the inside. And stolen by Banchero. Out to the right wing. And here's Shepard for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Shepard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, a pure shooter, Reed Shepard, is someone you want taking jumpers.
Here's Morales. He got a piece of it. Here's Shepard, and he drives in. Carter, good.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Pass to Morales. Out to the wing. Rodriguez, the pass to Morales. Here's Rodriguez. Here's Morales. Stolen by Carter. Now Banchero. Irving for three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Banchero. Banchero's got his 4th assist in this one. Irving's gone 1 for 2 from deep. Pass to Rodriguez. Here's Cordero. Guarded by Banchero. Here's Morales. Puerto Rico passing it around. Strother. And once again, off the mark by Puerto Rico. And here's USA. To the right side. Outside Irving. Picked by Carter. From deep three-point range. Puerto Rico with the rebound.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
2 minutes, 2.
Here's Shepard. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Shepard's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Oh, when we talk about the future of Shepard, scoring inside is very important to take his game to the next level.
Pass to Cordero. Here's Rodriguez. Here's Morales. Inside. Here's Cordero. And Carter with the block. 1:27 left in the 4th quarter. To the left wing. And here's Davis. Shot is up. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Carter's got 27 points. Here's Morales. .59 seconds left in the 4th. Here's Rodriguez. Pass to Cordero. To the paint. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for USA. So USA takes the win.
Well, they've got 1 foot into the final round. A win is huge in your first group play game. You only get 2 games in this opening phase.
And if they win their next game, they'll win this group.
And that would be big. Group winners get a better seed in the final round, an easier path during that knockout portion of the FIBA tournament. So doing work in group stage really helps you out.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Stan Van